Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I am so thrilled to share with you just a fascinating young lady. I have with me Lindsay Agnew. She is a fashion expert and personal stylist.
Hi.
Yay! Yay! I'm so excited. Paula Vail here, your host, and so happy to have you joining us on Choices, Finding Your Joy. Lindsay, I am so happy to have you with us today.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, and fashion, what a fun topic. I mean, that's something that, we just think about all the time, or we may think, well, I really don't know fashion. What do I do? How important is it? So, I would love to start off. Is fashion important?
Yeah, well, that is a great question. I feel like there is so much noise, or there's so much confusion as to what to wear. Does it matter what you wear? And I don't know what to wear. So, and I'm here to debunk everything. So the number one reason why fashion is important is because clothes are something that you can put on every day, and it can make yourself feel better. And with so much out of our control, it's one constant that you can have to always make yourself want to feel how you want to feel. So it's not at all about being a certain size or wearing a certain brand or having a certain style or always knowing the trends before they come out. It's not what it's about at all. It's just about, I know, it's much more simpler that way.
Oh, I love simple. I love simple.
I do too. And it's just really not, it doesn't have to be so complicated. And there's just some really simple fundamental tips that you can always use, and you can always feel put together, and you can always feel confident. And I mean, what else do you really want?
Yes. Oh, well, please, Lindsay, share some of those tips with us.
Okay, so my go-to tip that I always use is the rule of 3. So that is, whenever you're putting together an outfit, you want one base piece, which is this, you want one over piece, and you want one accent piece. So bases can be t-shirts, long sleeves, button-down shirts, tank tops, anything that just is base. Typically is probably a bit more basic, a neutral color, anything. So then an over piece would be your jackets, your cardigans, your sweaters, your blazers, anything that goes over your base piece. And the accent pieces would be accent jewelry or a statement piece of jewelry. It would be a hat, a scarf, a belt, anything that just kind of takes your outfit up to the next level.
Oh, a hat sounds fun. Okay,
yes.
let's use me as an example. I'm just wearing a basic sweater. What would you say to do differently, change, or accent? What would you recommend, Lindsay?
So I think you look beautiful, first and foremost. But what I would probably do is I love to tuck in my shirts. I think that you have such a beautiful figure and you have a tiny waist. So to really draw on your waist, I would probably put a belt, but you do have an accent piece. She has statement earrings, if those of you, if you can tell. So you've got 2 out of the 3. And so it's also important, and I should have said this earlier, but instead, if you don't have an over piece, then you can do 2 accent pieces. So and you still abide by the rule of 3. So I've brought in some examples so we can, because I'm a visual person, so I like having that. So I've just showing how it goes together. So let's just start with a base and then 2 accent pieces.
Perfect.
So this is my base, just my black tank top. And I have a little scarf, very simple. And I can just quickly tie it around my neck. Very simple. I'm already starting to look a little bit better already.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
And then even something simple as just a hat, which I love. And this is just a men's hat from Target, because some of us have big heads. So the ladies' hats don't always fit us.
And it's adorable.
And it's so easy. And then if I wanted to take it up even one more notch, so let's say let's say I didn't have the hat, because not everybody's into hats, but instead I have my over piece, and it's just a little basic blazer, and it doesn't take very much effort, and boom, I look totally put together.
Wow, yes. What a difference. What a difference.
I'm like a whole new girl.
Yes, yes.
And then if I was really feeling frisky, I could do,
I love it.
I could do 4.
I love it. Now, any recommendations then on color themes, or do we want to work that color theme around us personally?
So
hair color and everything.
Really great question. I think it really depends on the person. I always recommend to people that you stick to a certain color scheme or wherever it falls on the color wheel. So for me, I don't wear a ton of color. I really like neutrals, but whenever I do wear color, it always falls really, really low or really dark on the color wheel. So every color, whether I'm wearing red or yellow or green, it's always going to be the very, very dark version of that. And the reason why I do that is because I want some cohesion in my wardrobe. I want to be able to build off of what I already have. So for instance, let's say I had a wardrobe where I had bright yellow and oxblood red and then gemstone purple. So all very beautiful colors, of course. However, I'm probably not gonna wear electric yellow, gemstone purple, and oxblood red all together. Maybe if I'm feeling very ambitious one day, who knows? Maybe I will. But typically on a day-to-day basis, I'm just not. So what I recommend people do is stick to, so if you love light colors, if you love blush tones, lavenders, periwinkles, then try to buy as many pieces as you can in that cluster of colors, the very, very light tones, because they all go so easy together and it takes the thought out of it. Does this work together? Does this not? Well, if you have pieces that all go together very well, and of course everything pairs with a neutral, like everything goes with black and white, you have so much to build upon within your wardrobe.
Yes. Okay, so the theme is 3. So Lindsay, can we go more than 3? Let's say I want to do the scarf, I want to do the hat, I want to have some nice long earrings.
Oh, Paula, I love accessories. Yeah, we can go. Yeah, we can go. I mean, case in point, right now I have a base, an overpiece, and 2 accent pieces, and I still look put together. I don't look too much, and so I think that's the same for anybody. If you love jewelry, I mean, jewelry is my absolute favorite. Growing up, my great-grandmother had the most extraordinary costume jewelry collection. And so I used to just like cover my arms and my neck in all of her beautiful jewelry. And I would like pray every day that I would grow more arms so I could wear more bracelets. So in my opinion, you can never have too much jewelry. And I think that it's the jewelry and the accessories that really, really make it allows you to have your little personal touch. Like if for those of you who can tell, these were actually all of my great-grandmother's jewelry, funny enough that. And I just stacked my, wearable technology too. And, I love to add jewelry. It just makes an outfit reflect who I really am. And so, of course, I think it's so important to be playful. And, for those of you that have never tried hats or scarves, or a lot of people don't tuck things in and belt them. I mean, it's just it's another way to be so playful with the way that you look.
I love it. And so let's say, we have our dressy, throw everything on, and then let's say we have a day, hey, we're just hanging out at home. We're going to go run some errands, going to do a t-shirt and some jeans. So what do we want to do with that?
Okay, so I'm so glad that you asked that because you can still do the rule. I mean, if you're just at home hanging out, wear what you want, be comfortable, of course. But if let's say you quickly want to run to the store, well, you still can do the rule of 3 because you can just do a t-shirt, a little track jacket, or a jean jacket, and a baseball cap.
Oh my goodness.
It's so easy.
And then you don't
have to do your hair. So it's always a good day when you don't have to do your hair. So
I love it.
Yeah, it's really, really simple. And once you kind of start to get an eye for it, or just in the back of your mind, start to see things in threes, it's so quick. And then you feel more put together, and then you feel more confident when you're out. And I mean, that's a step in the right direction if you're feeling more confident. So,
oh, I love it.
And then you celebrate that little victory.
So what would you say would be a first step for someone watching the show today? Okay, I want to work with what I have.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to put the colors together and just start thinking of threes.
Okay, so I would actually take a few steps back.
Okay.
So in my experience, I have helped a lot of women clear out their closets. And what I've learned is typically we wear about 1/3 of our closet regularly. And then another third of our closet, it's those pieces that you like, and maybe once or twice a year you'll wear. And then you have another third of your closet that you just never ever touch. And I think the first place to start is to get rid of the stuff that you don't like. Get rid of the stuff that does not make you feel good, that doesn't make you feel confident, that you don't like. Maybe it doesn't fit. Maybe it's too big. It's too small. Get rid of it, because that's just making it too jumbled in your closet. So then you feel like you don't have anything to wear, which is totally not true. So I think that that's always a really, really great place to start, is to just do a purge. Just get out the stuff that you don't like, because in my opinion, you should be the only reason why you wear clothes. Well, of course we need to cover ourselves, but the other reason why we wear clothes is to make us feel good. So if you have things in your closet that just make you feel awful about yourself, then get out of there. Get it out of there.
So just basically focus on the clothes that you feel the best in.
Yeah.
And switch it out, and you can accent differently and have totally different outfits.
So then what I would do is I would get rid of the stuff that you don't like, and then start to pick out your favorite items. So what are the things that you like the best? And then from there, see, okay, how can I make this into the rule of 3? So let's say you have a favorite tank top. Okay, well, what's a great jacket or cardigan that I could pair with this, and a nice neck scarf that I could throw with it. So it's a very cohesive look. Another thing that you could do too is if you have a bunch of different colors, and let's say, you have very light colors, you have very dark colors, you have bright colors, you have everything in between, maybe see what you have the most of, and then try to focus, or when you decide to go shopping, try to get more of those colors.
So focus on the colors we love.
Yeah, so typically people, like Paula, I think for you, you love the very bold, bright colors. You look so beautiful in them. They accentuate your face and your hair color.
Thank you.
I mean, it doesn't take a lot to make Paula look good.
Oh, this is so fun. And, it can help someone, like myself, who's never been very fashion savvy. And since I have known you, Lindsay, and had you just do some personal work with me, and just to let everyone know, Lindsay travels the whole country. She travels as a personal assistant in fashion. So Lindsay, do take a moment, tell everyone how they could get a hold of you.
Oh, so my website is www.wbtvn.com, and you can email me directly from my site, and I offer a 30-minute consultation to just get an idea of where you're at with your style and some of the areas that you're struggling in, and kind of come up with a bit of a game plan of how we can get you feeling and looking exactly how you want to.
Yes. And it's so fun to learn these few little tricks that just make a huge difference.
Well, it just makes it easier, and I feel like life gets complicated or busy enough, and it's one area where you can have less to think about. It just helps. I mean, at least for me, it helps.
And would you say it's a big part of how we feel and how we look with our clothes, how we're dressed?
Well,
what would you say that does for us?
Yeah,
mindset wise.
Well, I definitely think that people can use clothes as a way to hide themselves. I know definitely I have in the past, and at times where I was feeling a bit insecure about the way I looked, or maybe I had gained a few, I would use clothes to really hide my body. And when I did that, it was like telling myself I wasn't enough as I am, and it made me feel really, really small. So now whenever I'm feeling those kind of icky days, I mean, they happen, I will make a conscious effort to wear a fitted outfit and to tuck in my shirt and belt it and accentuate my waist, because it's like taking my insecurity and punching it in the face and saying, I don't deserve to feel this way. And, 99% of the time it makes me feel better. And for the 1% of the time where it doesn't really do anything, I still had the effort and I was still willing, and that's still forward progress.
Yes.
So I really encourage all of you to, use clothes as a way to celebrate your body, to show the world and allow the world to see you as beautiful, because you are.
And would you say our clothes, our fashion, our jewelry, what we wear can also be an expression?
Oh,
we can
absolutely.
make a big expression with that.
Well, I think clothes definitely tell a story. And, I use clothes as a way to represent myself. And, some days I'm feeling edgy, or some days I want to feel very sophisticated, and my clothes can help tell that story. Or just if I was going into an interview, or if I was going to be on a show, I can use clothes as a way to represent the image or the person that I want to be or am.
Yes. So what would you say, let's say you are going into an interview. So what advice would you give for that as far as clothing?
So I would say definitely wear what makes you feel very confident, because you want to be as confident as you possibly can going into it. That being said, I would keep it pretty classic. Classic button down, classic blazer. I wouldn't maybe necessarily wear electric orange. However, if that's you and that makes you feel amazing, honestly do it. Because I feel like the way of the world now, people are getting a little bit more, or at least when I was going through interviews before I started my own business, people are transitioning to a bit more business casual. People are wearing jeans, so it's not quite as formal as it once was. So if you feel compelled, or let's say you're interviewing for a university or a school and the school's color are orange and blue, well, then I think it'd be very, very appropriate to wear orange and blue into your interview.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Mm-hmm. Those just like little details. Yeah, it helps.
Yes.
So, or if you're at a speaking event or anything, or a gala, it's just like at fashion shows, a lot of the people that are in the audience will wear the designer's clothes. So if you're going to an interview or an event, anything that could kind of represent the event, I think would be appropriate, or at least the colors.
And any thoughts on choosing, let's say, stripes to polka dots to a floral print or plain? Do we want to do that just kind of with what we like?
Oh, I think
towards our own personality?
That's totally up to you. Like, I am such a stripes girl. You are never going to see me in polka dots. I think they are adorable on some people, but for whatever reason, they just do not work on me. But it's just all about personal preference. It's about what, again, going back.
I love polka dots.
You would look great in polka dots.
So have fun with what we enjoy personally.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think
Great message.
I think it's about, you can have both. I think you can have a ton of fun with fashion, but I also think that you can have a bit of a practical side, because clothes are expensive. Mm-hmm. And as much as I would love like a new pair of shoes or a new blouse every single day of the week, that's not very economical, and that's just not realistic. So when you're buying pieces that you love and they're cohesive with your wardrobe, then you don't have to feel as guilty, because you can build upon it. Whereas if you're just going and buying miscellaneous pieces and you don't quite know what you're looking for, or at least the colors that you like or the cuts that you like, it can just feel a bit jumbled. So I think that you can definitely want to have fun, but I think you also definitely want to be realistic about your style and what looks best on you and the colors that you like, so you can just get the most out of what you have.
Yes. And when we think about the theme of, okay, I want to do the 3, I want to put it together, that can make it a lot of fun every morning.
Oh, totally.
Deciding what we're going to wear.
Well, and
I'm going to put together.
Totally. And I think one more important little tip, especially with the rule of 3, is, let's say, and this is the practical side of it, let's say I just want, this is the only base piece I have in my closet, this black t-shirt. and I have 10 over pieces. So I have, like, let's say 10 different blazers. Well, with just those 2 alone, I have 10 different looks. Now, let's say I have 10 accessories. I have 10, 3 statement jewelries, a hat, and 4 different scarves. And let's say that quick math. And then I think, anyway, sorry, can't do quick math right now. But I have 10 accessories.
Yeah.
But just those 10 accessories, I go from 10 looks to 100 different looks on the way that I accessorize.
With 10 accessories.
Yeah. So I think it's so important for people to realize that accessories are what give us that diversity in what we're wearing. And that's what gives us the most opportunity to wear different things in our wardrobe. So a lot of people think that, oh, I need a new shirt or I need a new sweater, when really, if you just get new accessories, you can make jeans and a t-shirt 100 different looks.
Love it.
And typically they're cheaper. Like, this was just a little $12 scarf, maybe even not even that, from Zara. It wasn't very,
and it changes the look.
Yeah. And this
changes.
I think this was a $10 men's, and I'm pretty sure it was just a $10 men's hat from Target. So I'm not spending a ton. I spent a little bit more for the blazer, but I've had this blazer for probably 6 to 7 years now. It's never going to go out of style. I absolutely love it. It's neutral. It goes with things in my closet, so I can wear 100,000 different things with it.
And if we have just a plain t-shirt or a sweater, then we can accessorize with the jewelry.
Yeah.
The hats,
scarves, belts, little brooches. I mean, there's tons of different ways to accessorize.
Love it.
And I think people kind of forget. I know so many clients are like, oh, I've got all this jewelry, I just never wear it. And I'm here to tell you that jewelry is your best friend. So,
wow.
And it can be really, really fun.
Because we can kind of get stuck on wearing the same jewelry every day.
Oh, we can get stuck.
To do.
Yeah,
it's easy to do.
Well, and we can get stuck on wearing the same thing every day.
Yes,
and that goes back to sometimes we just don't know, or we just have too much stuff in our closet that we don't like, so it makes us feel like there's nothing in there. So it's just, and sometimes, I mean, I get sick of my closet sometimes, because a lot of my stuff I've had for a very, very long time. I've had the same style, honestly, since I was 7 years old. I've always loved like button-down blouses and blazers. I've always loved them.
Yes.
But so for me, what I'll do is sometimes I'll say, okay, what's something that I haven't worn in a while? Or what's an accessory that I haven't worn in a while? And I'm going to make an outfit around that.
Excellent.
And it just helps me be a bit more creative. It helps me think outside of the box, and it kind of helps me see the things that I have in a totally different way.
So really, thinking outside of the box and being creative is a big key, would you say?
I think so.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
and have fun and
it's just another way to have fun with what you have. And there's a couple times that I've even found jewelry or found little shirts that I didn't even remember that I had, and it was kind of like I got something new. It was like I went shopping in my own closet, which is really nice when that happens.
When that happens.
Doesn't always happen, but sometimes it can happen.
Open the door and go, oh my gosh, I forgot
about that. Yes.
Oh, wow. I love it. I love it. So share with us a little bit, when you take on a client, what, give us a brief little sharing of what that would entail.
So
working with someone.
Yes. So what we always do is we always start by going through your closet. And just as I was saying, it's a really good place to start to get rid of the stuff that you don't like, that you don't wear, or that you just keep in your closet because you might wear it on St. Patrick's Day because it's the perfect green. Well, you don't need that if you're only keeping it in your closet once a year, or you don't even for sure wear it once a year.
Yes.
So we just do kind of a purge. And then from there, we always build looks based on what you already have. Because typically people know what's really cute. People totally know it's cute. They just don't know how to put it together. And so from there, we'll build looks, which is so much fun.
Excellent. And it's probably really fun because everyone really will have different colors that just, jump out for them. And and you can work with that and work with putting the pieces together.
Yeah. Well, it's really fun for me because typically when we start, clients will feel a little either overwhelmed or like they don't have anything that fits cute or they don't know what they're doing. And as we get going, that it's like they start to see their wardrobe for the first time all over again.
Yes.
And then they start to see themselves in these clothes and looking beautiful. And they just start to beam. They just start to feel so bright and beautiful. And I just don't think that there's anything more powerful in the world than a woman owning her beauty.
I love it.
You know, seeing herself as beautiful. It's really, it's super powerful. And then from there, typically we'll go and fill in the gaps. So we've created these looks and then we'll go and fill in the gaps. And then we'll kind of make a game plan. I'll help clients get clear on this is the style that you really like. These are the pieces that look really nice on you. This is the color that looks really good on you. And then so people kind of know their lane. So when they're buying, when they're out, let's say you have 2 sweaters and there's one in a mint green and there's one in a beautiful camel. Well, if you're like me and you don't typically wear color, especially light color, then you can know for certain that you want to get the camel.
I love it. Well, we have about 1 more minute to go here. What last little tip would you like to give that
went by too fast.
The viewers today?
Yeah,
I know, it's so fun.
Yeah. I would say the last tip that I have is to invest. If you're going to invest in a piece, invest in jeans. Jeans really make or break an outfit. You can have a beautiful, beautiful blouse on top, but if you have some Frumpty Dumpty jeans that don't fit, that are totally tattered, or that you just hate, it's just going to completely ruin the look. However, if you have a very nice pair of dark denim that's well fit, that shows your curves exactly the way that they should, you can have a ripped, tattered shirt on top and it can still look very chic. I feel like Kylie and Kendall Jenner, all the Kardashians have really proved this to be true. They always have like ripped shirts. So jeans really can make or break an outfit. And again, they're probably the best to spend a little bit more on because you wear them the most.
Yes.
And like dark jeans, dark blue jeans or black jeans, those are never going to go out of style. You can have the same jeans. I still have jeans that from when I was, 22, 23. So, and they're just as good. And I feel like they get a little bit better with age because they're a bit more broken in.
Oh, Lindsay, you are just so fun.
You're so fun.
Oh, it's so great having you on the show today, Lindsay. And everyone, I will see you again. And I'm just so grateful to have had Lindsay. And thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your fashion tips, Lindsay.
Thanks,
Bye, everyone.
Bye.